how to improve your mental health in 5 easy steps. What I'm doing in this video is I'm crystallizing into 5 easy steps. What are things that you can do that will ensure better mental health immediately. You start implementing these 5 steps starting now, as soon as you end this video, and I can assure you over the period of the next 7 to 10 days, you will be able to find yourself in a much better mind space. Okay, so let's start. Number one, the number one thing that you need to start learning how to do if you do not know how, the number one thing that you need to start doing is you need to start slowing your life down. Now, slowing your life down doesn't mean stop taking action, become lazy. No, slowing your life down means watching less reels, reducing your exposure to blue light. Okay, it's cutting down on this continuous stimulation that just excites your brain but doesn't really lead to substance. So you're in a constant state of being awake and excited, but you're not really building attention. Same way, fast food. A lot of us, we have crazy schedules, and ordering from apps these days has become the norm. But you can also order from healthy places. Try to fix your own meal as much as possible. Caffeine is also one thing that really has a detrimental effect to your focus. It also has a huge detrimental effect to your ability to think logically. When you're constantly exciting your mind to a point where you're just not able to focus and you're pushing yourself over the brink, that's not good for your mental health in the long run. Number 2, spending time in nature. Spending time in nature is something which is extremely underplayed and discounted. We're in times where everybody's talking about working out, everybody's talking about taking supplements and proteins and lifting weights. But when you spend time in nature, when you expose yourself to, let's say, sunlight, when you expose yourself to the natural healing cues of nature, like watching a sunset, watching birds fly, spending time in the midst of trees, plants, bees, butterflies, it has a naturally therapeutic impact not only on your circadian rhythms, which regularize your sleeping and waking times, but it also has a huge impact on the pranic energy that flows into your body. The rivers, the mountains, the plants, the animals, they all radiate pranic energy. You will see that they have a natural healing impact on anybody who is in any kind of distress. Another advantage of spending time in nature is you are forced to not take shortcuts and walk, sweat a little bit. That has a great impact on your overall well-being as well. A lot of us are actually going through vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D deficiency can actually lead to irritable bowels. It can lead to hair fall. It can lead to mood swings and a feeling of being disinterested. How the hell has that started happening suddenly? It's because we've stopped prioritizing spending actual time in the elements for which this body was designed. Okay, integrate it into a part of your routine. You have to spend at least 30 minutes outside in nature. If you're near a big tree, if you're near a bunch of big trees like in a park or in a garden, the air quality in that area is much better. It's better for your lungs. It's also better for your mind. Point number 3, workout. Why am I talking about working out as something different from spending time in nature? Because working out is something purely physical. It does not have to be something, which relaxes, calms, or soothes your mind. No, the point of working out is actually to challenge yourself. Now, obviously, don't challenge yourself too much, because you see a lot of people these days, they get heart attacks by pushing themselves too far. Don't do that. No. But you have to challenge your limits in some way. But challenge yourself to do 20 push-ups every day. Challenge yourself to do sit-ups. Challenge yourself to put in a little bit more effort than you're used to. It has a very positive impact on your mental health. It also has the added impact of helping you build strength. Building strength has a very therapeutic effect on your body's response to anything traumatic that can happen, to injuries, to, let's say, chaotic events that might take place, emotional distress. When you are stronger, you are thinking differently because your perception of your abilities to handle challenges is altered. Working out also aids in the production of oxytocin and serotonin. These are two hormones which are called the feel-good hormones, and they have an extremely important impact on the chemistry of your brain. The more you have the production of these positive feel-good hormones, the better you feel, the more motivated you feel, the less drowsy you feel. Not only this, working out regularly also reduces your cortisol levels. What is cortisol? Cortisol is the stress hormone. The more you're stressed out, the more your body produces cortisol as a defense response, which is not so good for your gut, which is not so good for your skin, which is not so good for your sleep. It's kind of a vicious cycle that you get caught up in. The more you exercise, the more cortisol is flushed out from the body and feel-good hormones are created that give you a positive perception of your situation and your outlook towards the future as well. When you're working out regularly, it also gives you a better self-image. Whether or not your goal is to lose weight or to add strength, just by working out regularly, no matter what plan you're following, if you're just committing to working out regularly, what that is doing for you is that it is making you fitter, it is making you leaner, it is making you healthier, it is making you stronger. Number 4, have a specific routine. Why is a routine necessary, and what kind of routine do I mean? Do I really mean that, having a routine in the traditional sense of the word? Not really, because in the times that we live, we all work across multiple time zones. A lot of us, we work for companies that are on the opposite end of the globe, and we're, sitting somewhere else, managing people, managing a team, working, dealing with clients. And the way that we work these days is no longer how it used to be, let's say 10 years, even 5 years ago. Okay? So everybody in one way or another is working through flexible timings, but it's important to have a routine. A routine in today's times means having a specific set of things that you do in regular intervals. For example, you wake up, you go to the terrace, you have some green tea, or you meditate, and you come down, you have some breakfast, and then let's say you head over for some cardio, or you just head over to the office, you work, you come back in the evening, let's say you work out. It's important for you to have a sort of process. It helps you stay focused, and it gives a structure to your life. When you have a specific routine, no matter how things are going, if things are going great or things are going slow, you know what to look for next. A lot of people cannot really stick to routines, and they say that we're not able to keep up a routine for a reasonable period of time. We have a tendency of falling off the wagon. What do? Look, a routine is how you define it, and so 3 days a week can be kept in a certain way with, let's say, routine number 2, and 4 days a week can be kept in a certain way with, let's say, routine number 1. This is also a routine. Okay, let's say 3 days a week you're taking your time, you're spending time outside to think about things, to write, okay, make presentations, listen to music, or whatever. You're just taking it easy. You're spending more time in visualization, spending more time in design. But then 4 days definitely should be days where you're focused on the execution, where you're focused on thinking less and doing more, and achieving goal after goal, checklist after checklist. Because at the end of the day, this is the only thing that is going to guarantee incremental action. If you're not taking incremental action in your life, you cannot be successful. If you cannot be successful, you'll be anxious, you'll be depressed. And if you're anxious and you're depressed, then this is once again this vicious cycle that you're caught up in. Create a routine that works for you. Be kind to yourself, but adjust it according to what you can manage. But be true to it. Okay, be true to it. If let's say you can only focus on working out 3 days a week, good, but stick to that. Hold yourself accountable. When you do that, things will change massively. Point number 5, grooming. The way you are dressed, the way you are groomed is going to say a lot about the state of mind that you are in. When you are smelling nice, looking nice, and feeling nice, you are so attractive that you can just attract abundance to you. You can attract the interest of people who would want to work with you. You will attract opportunities out of nowhere. Sure, you're putting in efforts as well. But how many times it is that we put in a lot of efforts and opportunities don't show up? When you are committed to enjoying the process, to not punishing yourself, but loving yourself in the process, that is when you get that extra oomph that everybody lacks. You're just able to be at the right place at the right time. You're just able to attract the attention that you need. That, ladies and gentlemen, was a very short video on the 5 steps that you need to take starting now, starting this moment. That will help you build better mental health. It's going to start showing effect within the first 2 to 3 days. But if you can do this for the next 21 days, I can guarantee it. You will have much, much better mental health. Thank you so much. Take care. This is Jay Kaushal, writer, motivational speaker, and life coach, signing off. If you want to take a personal session with me, you can always do that by checking out the link given here in the description box. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel so that you can stay abreast of all the wonderful content that I post here, and push the bell icon so that you can be notified every single time I post. Take care. Hari Om.